In this video, I'm going to show you a quick yoga flow stretching routine that you can do. You can do this in the mornings. I like to do that, but you're going to use this following all of your workouts. We want to get a good little stretch going and flow, let your heart rate come down. This is a great way to end any full body workout. So we're going to start at the edge of our mat. We're going to hinge at the hips, walk out into our plank position. We're going to shoot the hips up into the sky, digging the heels back, pressing the chest toward the mat, and taking a downward facing dog. Hold it here, press out from your arms into your shoulders, digging those heels back, straighten out those legs. Breathe into it, relax, rock forward, back into your full plank position. Drop the knees, sit back in the hips, take a child's pose. So crawl your fingertips as far away from you as you can. Press your forehead and your chest down into the mat. Breathe into it. Good, now we're gonna stretch out the side of the back, so I want you to crawl your fingers over to the left side and lean right back into that child's pose. You should feel this shoulder start to open up. Good. Dig it down in here. Reaching with that right arm as far as you can. We're gonna crawl the hands over to the other side. Reach as far as you can. Drive your forehead toward the mat. Good, sit up tall. We're gonna tuck the toes under. This might be a little uncomfortable for some people. You could take your shoes off for this, by the way, if that's a little better. We wanna wake up those feet, tell them we're here. And now we're gonna reach down with the right arm and gently tug the head to the left side. So it should be opening up this neck and shoulder right here. In through the nose, out through the mouth. Try to bring your heart rate down. Good. Switch sides, same thing. Reach out to the floor as far as you can with your left hand. Gently pull your neck and head to this side. Let me just show you to make sure that you're doing this right. Reaching here, gently tugging here. Nice and relaxed. Good. Now we're gonna take a half kneeling position. So you're up on these knees. I want you to bring the left leg forward. And then if you have the mobility for it and the balance, you can always grab onto a wall if you're here. I want you to reach for that back foot. This gets a great stretch right here. And you wanna make sure always that you're squeezing the glutes so that you're not compromising the lower back, because a lot of times I see people do this stretch like this, and we don't want that. So up nice and tall, squeezing the glute, stretching out here. If you don't have this mobility, lay that foot back down, shift forward from the hips, so squeeze this glute, shift forward, reach this arm up and over till you feel a little stretch in that front hip flexor. That's what we want, just opening up the hips, okay? So if you have the mobility for that, woo, you're here. Hold it here, getting that good quad stretch. I like to hold this one for a little while because a lot of us sit for a lot of our day. So the least we can do is open our hips the other way for 1 minute. So hold it here, breathe into it. Good, now we're gonna drop that foot. We're gonna stick out that front leg, picking up the toes so you're onto that heel. Sit back in the hips and get that nice stretch in the hamstring. So reach forward, sitting back in those hips. Make sure you're pulling this hip back into its socket. Good. If you're feeling that stretch in the hamstring, that's where we want to be. If not, you should probably message me and we can chat about your hamstring mobility because your calves are probably getting in the way. here. Good, come on out of that. We're gonna switch sides. So bring that right foot forward, shift forward from the hips. Remember, if you have the mobility, you're here. Squeezing that glute, opening up that hip flexor. If not, squeeze that glute, shift forward from the hips, reach up and over, always protecting that lower back, so squeezing that glute. Shifting forward, hold it here. I'm just gonna go back to that one because I need it. Woo. Hold it here. Also, if you have the mobility but your knees are a little tender, feel free to put a rolled up towel or a pillow under that knee. Just a few more seconds here. Good, come on out of that. We got that hamstring stretch, so straighten out the leg, toes are up, heel dig into the ground, sit back in those hips, reach forward. As you can see, my hamstrings are super tight, so I like to do this in a slightly bent leg position. Reach forward, breathe here. Good. And now we're gonna flip over onto our backs. We're gonna take a figure four, so you're gonna get this ankle onto the opposite side thigh. Reach through, grab your thigh, pull it towards you. And you should feel this like right here, on the outside of the hip. Another variation, which kind of gets a little more at the rotators of the hip, is you can just take this knee and pull it toward the opposite side shoulder. So kind of like this. And I like this one a little bit better for me. So basically what you've done is just shifted the rotation from here over to here. Hold it here. You can let this leg lie flat. Hold a few more seconds. Switch sides. So again, you can either be here, ankle on thigh, pull through, hold the thigh, lay the head back, relax the shoulders, or you can take this leg and pull it toward your right side shoulder. So holding from the ankle and the outside of the knee. And this gets a little bit deeper rotator stretch for me. Good. A few more seconds here. Yep. And then I like to take a cobbler's pose, so just feet together, flat on the ground, let your knees drop out to the side, hold the belly, breathe into your belly as hard as you can. So big breath in, rise that belly up, exhale, belly down, belly up, close your eyes, put your arms out next to you. You can straighten out your legs. Close your eyes. Thank yourself for working hard. Give your body some love. Rest here. And you can hang out here as long as you like. If not, I will see you at our next workout.